Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today, this is not going to be World of Warcraft, but don't go away yet, because this is actually what I think is a very special game. Now, it is on Early Access, and it's a game called Darkest Dungeon. It is a sort of roguelike-ish dungeon crawling game. It's an RPG, it's a lot of fun, it's turn-based, and it's just one of the biggest surprises. I had no idea this game was a thing. I saw it pop up on Northern Lions channel, and now that I've played it, I've got to say that it really is extremely cool. So I have been playing a little bit on my own, but I'm just going to quickly start a new campaign for the sake of this video. We'll just call it Darkest, whatever, that's fine. And this will just serve as a good way to show you like how the game plays, and in general what's going on. I'll just skip that cinematic though. Basically it just sets up the scene in that you are in a stagecoach going towards this town place, and there are bad things afoot with the town. So, here's the main kind of game screen. And it's actually really cool. So you move from left to right as a party, and then enemies can appear and you fight them. And that's really the main bit of gameplay actually. So let's just complete this quest and find our way to the hamlet. Now if you look at the map here, you can see there's two big squares and there's the little squares. So the big square is kind of where you are, ish, and then this is like another room. So if I click on that, then I get put in these little squares, and that's basically me on the path to where I want to go. So it's pretty simple. A to move back, D to move forward. So let's move forward. Now I've got two characters here. There's Dismas, who's a highwayman, and Reynad, or Reynod, whatever, who is a crusader. They're both different classes, and I'll talk a little bit more about how the combat and stuff goes once we actually get into combat, and more importantly, when we get more not combat members, party members. So, an enemy has appeared. Lovely. Now, the combat's actually really simple, so you've got a bunch of abilities, which you can see where the tooltips are at the minute. Now, it's actually operating in a very interesting system. If you look at pistol shot there, you can see there's three sort of, I guess they're yellowy orbs, and then three red orbs. That actually corresponds to the location of your hero. For an example, right? You see pistol shot. If I'm at the very front of my party, I can't cast that because you can see there's three yellow ones and then the grey one. But if I were to move him behind my Crusader, then next turn he would be able to use that ability. So the kind of positioning of your heroes is really important. Now this guy is a Crusader. He's a big tanky dude with a sword, so we want him up in the front taking the damage. Now this is a Brigand, very simple, and well, he would have been simple if Reynald wasn't an idiot and couldn't hit things. So another thing about pistol shot, as you can see there, it can only target the back three sort of like spots in your enemy's party. Now, since we're only fighting one guy, he's at the very front, so pistol shot isn't going to work. But that's fine, we can use open vein. So bam, 8 damage. That's pretty cool. And another thing about open vein is that it applies a bleed. Bleeds are, I suppose, a bit like Rend in World of Warcraft, really. It's just a dot. Speaking of them, I've now got a bleed on my main character, which is a bit of a problem. Anyway, boom, they're dead. Now, you probably noticed a little white thingy that said 4 on it appeared above his head. That actually corresponds to the bar that is below the health bar. So you can see there I've got 21 out of 33 health, which is okay, we can make do with that. And then 6 out of 100 stress. So this game's actually got a stress system. And when your heroes get stressed out, stuff sort of doesn't go as well for you. And if they actually get maximum stress, then they basically get what is essentially a resolve test from like an old pen and paper RPG. Where sometimes they can, you know, really overcome stress and become brave, or they could really cock up and basically ruin the fight for your party. Now also, while you are going from place to place, look in the map here, you can run into little objects you can interact with. So this time we got the Brigand's tent, so let's have a look. And, oh, so we get an onyx, which is worth 500 gold, and then 100 gold. Nice. That stuff will be useful later on. Anyway, now we've sort of reached the end of this road, so if I click on that door, I go in, and I'm assuming, yeah, we're going to have to fight some more brigands at the end. Right. This guy's pretty big. He's a bit of a problem. Now, if you remember what I said about the pistol shot earlier, the way it couldn't target the guy in the front, well, if I click in pistol shot now, you can see I can target that guy. Hang on, is it letting me target that as well? Oh dear. Ah, I'm confusing myself. Anyway, ah, damn, so that Fusilier has got an AoE. What we could do is use... No, we can't use Stunning Blow because it can't get past this big guy. That's fine. We'll just use, I think, Smite and wreck this guy as quickly as we can. I'm running out of health, though. Oh, good. Dodge. That ability, I think, puts a bleed on, which of course we don't want. As you can see, blanket fire is a really quite a big problem, so I could I pistol shot him? Alright, yeah. Right, I don't know if splitting my damage between both enemies is a good thing, but that's fine. We'll continue whacking. The Crusader does an absolute shed load of damage. It's pretty damn nice. Rain of Whips. Lovely. And now we're all bleeding. That's not good. Let's see. Open Vein does 4 to 9 damage. You can see the little tooltip there. 85% chance to hit, 5% to crit, and then it'll do 4 to 9 damage, which probably won't kill that guy. Let's see. What about Pistol Shot? It does 3 to 8. I think it's probably just worth... Yeah, we'll focus on this other guy because my Crusader should be able to shoot that guy or, you know, slash him in one hit. Also, that's pretty nice. We got 8 damage there. Very lucky roll. And we'll just smite him, and boom. We should win now. Alright, so we get a torch. I'll talk about torches in a bit. We get some gold, we get some onyx. Nice. And that's it, quest complete. But there's this chest thingy here, so let's have a look. Oh, it's trapped. And I'm now affected by the blight. Lovely. Yeah, this is one of those games where it's like, you know, permadeath, shit can happen, not everything you find is going to be good, and it sort of prides itself with the fact that your heroes will die, they will get more stressed over time, and in general, stuff's going to go to shit, and it's all about how you deal with that. So in terms of things here, we got 500 gold, and then along the way we got 2 onyxes and 400 raw gold, so that's pretty nice. Now, if you look here, both of my guys have kind of leveled up, which is pretty cool, and they've both got traits. So this one's got Wield Tactician, so there's a kind of dungeon called the Wield, so he'll do a little bit more damage in that. And then this guy has got 5 more accuracy. Nice. So let's go to the town. I think in terms of the lore, we actually just got like ownership of the town after doing that. So this is your activity log. It just sort of shows you what's going on. So for an example, it just says they successfully escorted me to the hamlet, and then it's got them leveling up and all that stuff. There's a bunch of quest goals here. I haven't really interacted with them much yet. I've just been doing quests and leveling up my characters on my main thing. So, here is the town. Now, the town's pretty nifty. We've got a whole bunch of different things here. So first of all, let's just click on our stagecoach, because this is where we get new heroes from. Now, you can upgrade this to basically increase various things, such as the size of my roster, or the number of available heroes that will pop up. So that's pretty nice for getting new people, but right now I think we're okay with just these 2, so we're going to recruit them by just dragging them over to this like section of the screen. This is now pretty cool because I've got 4 heroes, which is enough to field a full party, because the maximum party size is 4. Now, should I increase that stagecoach network? Screw it, let's just click on that. As you can see, it uses 2 different resources here. We've got deeds, which are used to upgrade buildings, and then crests, which are also used to upgrade buildings, and you get them from doing the various missions. Now, there's loads of different buildings here, and most of them are to do with relieving the stress of your characters. So you could send them to the Abbey to pray, you could send them to the sanitarium to become a little bit more sane if they're kind of going loopy, or you could send them to the tavern to drink and do lots of other mischief. And there's also some other things like, say, the blacksmith, so you can upgrade your characters. Really, it's the whole RPG affair. And there's also the graveyard, where you can, well, just preside over your past failure. Another thing about this game too is just the art style. It is fantastic, and that voice, that narrator guy is perfect for this, honestly. Really just nails the atmosphere and the feel of everything, and which is very cool. Yeah, I've just listened to him, he's so cool. Now, there are loads of different areas. So we've got the cave, we've got the warrens, the weald, the ruins. These things will be added later because the game is currently in early access. It's, I think, $10.99 in pounds, which isn't that bad, actually. I was happy enough to pay that. So let's get our party set up. We'll put him in the front because he's a crusader, right? He's pretty good at whacking things. Now here's this guy, Dismas. As you can see, his preferred positions in the party are the middle 2, and his preferred target is sort of like the second one of your enemy. So I'd say it's probably good if we put him in the second slot. And then here is Bradwardine? I don't even know how to pronounce that. So she is a new kind of class, a Seeker Vestal. Now they've got a whole bunch of interesting sort of holy related abilities. They can bash things with their mace, they can do a bit of a heal and a few other things. she's really good in the 3rd position, so that's where we're going to put her. So I'll just drag there. And then finally we've got this guy, Dare? I think that's it. He's a Seeker Plague Doctor. Now, these guys have got a whole bunch of cool things. They've got Plague Grenades, which put Blight, which is essentially a bleed, on your enemies. That's kind of nice. Incision, which is a melee. Attack, Blinding Gas, which can stun. And then Battlefield Medicine, which can cure bleeds and stuff like that. So he's a really good guy to have. Now, there are many other classes in the game, which is something that really I thought was pretty cool. Also, I like the way that they're, like, it's not just Warrior, Hunter, Rogue, Mage. There's, you know, Seeker, Plague Doctor. That's a bit more cool. And of those kind of main archetypes, there are a few different hero types. So for an example, you've got the Crusader, but you've also got, say, the Bounty Hunter, which is nice. Anyway, we've got one mission here, and it's a skirmish. It's a short mission, and our goal for this mission is to complete 100% of the room battles, which is fine. Now, this is only a short mission, so we won't really need to bring too many things with us. But anyway, before you go on a mission, you've got to buy provisions for the mission, which totally makes sense. Now, I'm going to buy a bunch of torches. This is to do with a mechanic called light, which I'll explain to you in a minute. But I'm just going to buy 10 of them because I'm scared. Now, food is, of course, something that's pretty good. I'm just going to buy 8 food. That should be enough. Let's just buy a shovel for the sheer hell of it, and we'll buy one of each of these things. It's okay to spend quite a bit provisioning because it does suck if all your people die. It's not a good thing. Also, the art on that provisioner is just, it's pretty damn awesome. Right, I think that's pretty much us ready to go, so let's click embark. We get a lovely loading screen. Yeah, so, oh, wow, quick loading screen too.
The fiends must be driven back.
Now, in that last place that we were, there, you know, it was very small, right? We just went from one area to the other. But if you look here, it's in this sort of horseshoe shape. So there are loads of different rooms, and then there's little passages which connect the rooms. And you just click on a room, and that's will sort of set you on your way there. So we are currently in this room, which is where the torch is. So if I click here, then it will set us going down towards that room, because you can see my little torch move. So as we move throughout, we get more stressed over time. You can see this guy just got 2 stress. So long missions, you really do have to worry about stress and things like that. Ah, this isn't good. Right, so we were surprised by these brigands, which basically jumbled up our party order. If we look at Dismas here, we can see he can't actually do Grape Shot Blast from here. He's too far away. So what I'm actually going to do is swap these guys around so that now they're in the right position. Okay, so what I think the best thing to do here is I could Plague Grenade, which would basically poison both of these guys, which would be kind of nice. And I think I might do that. Blight's a really nice effect. Ah, though one of them resisted it. Now, if you actually look, you see this big dude here? He's actually taking up 2 spaces. If you see the way it's like 4 spaces per party, so there's 4 of me, 4 of them. But he's really big, so he's taking up 2. Oh, wow. That is not a good start to the game. Not at all. Now, the issue with her is she does have a... Oh, she doesn't have a direct heal. Alright, these guys actually must be a little bit randomized, because the last time I got a hero like her, she had a party-wide heal, but this version doesn't seem to have it. Interesting. Anyway, we are in a bit of a sticky situation here. Everyone's taking a bit of AoE, and both of these guys are bleeding. I don't... Oh, wait, no, I can't use my bandages in combat. Right. I think I'm probably just best to start attacking. So Illumination will only do 2 to 5 damage. That's kind of crap. Hand of Light will do 2 to 6. Let's just use that. It looks cool anyway, and that puts a debuff on that enemy, which is totally a good thing. What does Zealous Accusation do? I do not know. Anyway, let's just use Smite, because it... Oh. Smite's great when it hits. Okay, so that guy's getting hurt by the Blight, which is pretty good. Again, Blanket Fire. Wow. We are getting sort of wrecked here. Nope, this is not going too well. Can I use... Yeah, right, I'll try to kill this Fusilier, because he is just wrecking us. There we go, we've debuffed him as well. Ah, that bleed sucks. Oh, right, you can only bandage a character when it's like, when you're controlling that. Oh, shit, Okay, I accidentally swapped their position to one that's really bad. Great. Okay, I could use Battlefield Medicine to cure the bleed. Or I could use Blinding Gas to stop that guy from doing Blanket Fire again, because I really don't like it when he does that. So hopefully, yeah, wow, double stun. That is That is bloody perfect. I'm going to use Stunning Blow on the Brigand, which will stun him for a turn. No, it won't. He resisted it. Fantastic. He's now using Punishment. We are taking so much damage. This is kind of ridiculous. Crap. Right, so I will use bandages on him. The good news is I can still use Pistol Shot, which should, thank God, kill the Fusilier. That guy was a right dick. Okay. Okay, we are maybe clambering back from all of this. So, Plague Grenade, I could use that against him. Or I could put a Bleed in this Bloodletter. I think I'll put the Bleed on him. Okay, that's good. So he's debuffed and he's bleeding. So that puts us in a pretty decent position. See, Illumination. Oh, look at that. Torch +5. So Illumination actually increases the light level. I'll talk about light in a minute. Let's just use Hand of Light, I suppose. It does suck the way that these people have been sort of switched in terms of their positions. I'll just use Smite again. Perfect to crit. Now what's interesting is when I crit, everyone loses stress because obviously something really good just happened. Oh, he uses Uppercut. Now Uppercut usually pushes you back, but you can see that my hero there actually was able to resist it, which is pretty nice. Alright, let's use Illumination, because increasing our light level is a good thing. Explain in a bit. Right, I'll just use the Plague Doctor to... Actually, no, he should really heal himself, shouldn't he? Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I probably shouldn't have let that bleed lie for so long. Now, as you can see, back here, my Highwayman can't do anything. He's too far away to use Open Vein. He is not able to target the first slot of the enemy's party with Pistol Shot. And he's too far away to use Grape Shot Blast. So he can buff himself, but I think it's better that we just move his position a little bit. And then execute this bastard. Hurrah! Right. Phew. So we got busts, which are good, and some gold, which is also good. Now I'm just going to swap these people around, because that's a far better position for things to be in. I could use some food. Now I'll use food in case they get hungry. They can get hungry over time, which asks you to use food. If you don't use food, they starve and they get more stress, and that's all pretty bad. Now I talked a little bit about light. So the way that light works is essentially it decreases over time, and the game becomes harder and more stressful when there's less light. Also, if you've got loads of light, like I've got here, you've got a higher chance of actually surprising monsters. And if your party surprises the enemy party, then you go first, which obviously is a pretty good thing. So here's a Decorative Urn, which is... oh, full of the Blight. Fantastic. Well, it's okay, I had an anti-venom thingy on me. What about this? Oh, Stashed Heirlooms. Nice, 4 crests. I can use them to purchase some town upgrades. So, we have now traveled to our first room. And there is no battle at this room at all. There's nothing in this room. Great. Let's just head to the room below me. Right. Oh, there you go. You can just see that the light decreased there. So I'm going to use a torch to make it bright again. Because I don't want my party getting stressed. Bloody hell, that's got a deadly disease in it, really? Oh, he's got syphilis now. Aw. Oh, and that guy walked into a trap. I don't know if that just randomly happened or if I missed it. Damn. Right, let's continue. Now, we can't abandon the quest if things are really going terribly, but this isn't going that bad. We should be okay. Though not having as much healing capability on the Seeker person's a little bit of a problem. Alright, see these Bone Courtier guys? They just cause so much stress that I'm going to just kill him as soon as I can. Although the Arbalist is also a right pain in the arse. So, first of all, let's Hand of Light this... oh, I can't Hand of Light him. Oh, wait, look at this. So Hand of Light does more damage against undead. So actually, I think it might make more sense to hand... actually, no. Let's continue on the plan, kill the bone guy, because I don't want all my party getting terrified. Then I will use Plague Grenade on the back too, which will put the Blight on both of them. So hopefully, actually, the ticks of Blight will kill the bone guy. Now, I could use Grape Shot Blast, which has got an 80% chance of doing 2 to 5 damage on the first 3 targets of their party, but I think it might be better just to directly kill that Arbalist, because I can remember them being a real pain. Okay, that bone guy is sort of dying. Oh, tempting Goblet. As you can see, 23 stress. That's not good. Bump in the Night. Not that problematic of an ability. Quarrel does 5 damage. Can target anyone. Big issue. Graveyard Slash. Wow, these guys are really hurting. Alright. I think the best thing to do here is just to smite. So if we smite the Bone Soldier, great, did enough damage. Yeah. This game gets stressful for you as well because you can just see all the mistakes and all the bad things about your run just compound and compound and compound, and it gets worse and worse and worse. And yeah, it's properly stressful. It's cool that they managed to capture that feeling. Right, so I'm just going to use... I think I might just use Blinding Gas so that he's stunned, because if he's stunned, he won't be throwing corrupted wine on us and making us stressed. Great, he's dead. Now, I think I should try to get rid of this ARP. Wow, 19 damage. Brilliant. I hope we get to use the Seeker Vestal soon, because I really want to use her heal, so I'm just going to Stunning Blow on him. Because I'm 90% sure she does have a heal of some sort. Wait, oh no, she can only heal when she's in the back. Ah, crap. Right, we'll swap her with the Highwayman. I'm going to use her as a dedicated healer. Maybe I should have been doing that from earlier on in this run. Okay. Ah, damn, we resisted the bleed. Battlefield Medicine won't actually do anything because it only cures status effects. Ah, ouch. I could just use... Actually, no, he's going to die no matter what, so let's just smite him. Fantastic. Well, not that fantastic. I mean, we're practically nearly dead. Ah, dear. Right, let's head back. We need to backtrack on ourselves a little bit, but that's fine. All that's going to happen is as we walk, our characters will get a little bit more stressed. Oh, there we go. So everyone's hungry, so I can eat, which regains 5% health and uses up 4 of my food, which is half of my food. A little bit scary. Now, one thing that did surprise me about this game a little bit is food is not crazy. Like, you know the way in Skyrim you can just... Before you're, like, nearly dead, or, well, the killing blow is cruising for your head, you can just pause the game and eat, like, 80 cabbages and a wheel of cheese, and then you'll be better. Not in this game. No way. Each bit of food actually only... Like, if I were to use a bit of food on her, it only does 1 health. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to swap her around there. So, you need to be a lot more careful with how you play, because you can't just easily heal up in this game. You really do live with your mistakes and your consequences. Which is just cool. I love it when games do that. And I love, like, permadeath systems and all that stuff. And I think just that gameplay mixed with this just brilliantly executed dark aesthetic is perfect. Let's just use another torch to keep things bright. And we'll head in here. Oh, that's a lovely background. Okay, so the good news is no fight in this room. And remember, our quest is to complete 100% of the room battles only. So... if, say, this next room was the last room battle in this dungeon, then we'd be able to go home as soon as we win it. Which would be a really good thing. Crap. That might put her at Death's Door. Now, the way Death's Door works is... yeah, so while they're in this state, they suffer stat penalties, and then any further damage has got a chance to kill them. And you need to heal them to get them off Death's Door, so... Ah, damn, we're going to have to use our food. I'm only going to use 1. That's enough to keep her off Death's Door, and that's really all we need. Okay, stashed heirlooms. Great, some deeds. That's good. Crap, we might actually lose her. She might die. Which is normal. I mean, you should expect stuff like that in this game. I think the idea is, you know, eventually you'll have a bunch of very hardy survivors. Okay, no fighting in this room. Which is, I mean, sort of good, but every corridor that we go through is just another chance of problems. Oh, crap. 20% damage plus stress. We need to take it, which is put 2 of them at Death's Door, and has stressed out everyone massively. This isn't good. Oh, crap. The passages are unsettling, which gives him some stress, but my front 2 characters aren't even that stressed anyway, so it's okay. Let's use another torch. I'm going to use this because I really want there to be something good inside. Come on. Really, it's trapped? But he resisted, so no harm, no foul. It's fine. Right, let's go in. Hopefully this is a battle. Good, right. This should be my last battle. Oh crap, they're going first. That is not a good thing. She's at Death's Door. Her resolve is tested because she's at 100% stress. She's now hopeless. There is no higher... Okay, crap. So she's losing her faith or whatever, and she's now afflicted. I'll show you... That sort of ties into the gameplay when we get back in town, so I'll show you that when we get to it. I think the most worrying thing is we've lost control of her for a turn, and she's our person with a heal. So, that's not too good. Now, in terms of this guy's abilities, I'd say we kill that bone guy, because they are crap. He missed. Yep, this is not going my way. Plague Grenade might be a good move here, because that Blight can do a lot of damage over time. So he's using Round of the Old Gods. Perfect. My guy dodges. Stressful Incantation. That's fine. This guy can take a bit more stress. Okay, we're back on her. She can use Divine Grace on herself, which is good. She's now no longer at death's door, which is nice, you know. Dead heroes kind of sucks. And now she's back in death's door. Fantastic, which of course stresses out the rest of the party. Oh great, now she's ready to die. Lovely. Well, I'm not ready for her to die, so let's we still have use. We still have use of you. This is quite a problematic little run. I think we just had some bad rolls and bad luck earlier on. Okay, that guy used Eldritch Push, which kind of like dicks around with the placement of your characters. Now it's actually pushed him to a position that he's not very good at fighting at. He can use this, which puts a bleed on the target. So I'm going to use that. And then hopefully Grape Shot Blast, or just the bleed itself, will kill off that brawler. Okay, Tempting Goblet's been used on our Highwayman. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. Right. Perfect. I could not have asked for a better Grape Shot Blast. He's now at death's door. Slash is still at death's door. Well, there's nothing this guy can do, so I think we better just kill something. Kill that bone's crap. We'll use her to heal up again, because I think she is more useful and important than this guy is. I can actually deal with him dying. Her, though, well, you really want healers. Perfect. Hopefully Blight is going to kill him next turn. Wow, we get another heal off. Alright, we're crawling back. We're crawling back. You see, the way this game builds up so much tension means that when you start to win again, it's really gratifying. He's at death's door, but whatever. Oh, now he's at death's door. Bloody hell. Oh, and his resolve is tested, but he turns out to be courageous, which does what? Decreases our stress, but our Highwayman gets paranoid.
The walls close in.
Yes, it has been a trap. Alright. So, he's virtuous, which means that he is at an elevated stance of, like, performance until he gets back, and it confers stat bonuses, so he's going to be a bit of a badass. Let's kill him. Good, not a miss. That's what I want to see. Use Incision. Wow. I really hope this... Oh, this isn't the end! Oh no. Please be something good. Please be full of food. It's not full of food. I can't believe this, but I might need to... You know what? This is on YouTube, so people like it when things all go terribly, so I'm going to continue. But I really shouldn't. Like, I should have headed back at this stage. Oh, whoops, I used too many torches. Oh, well. Okay, he's whistling. I don't know if that's good. Oh, a map. So that map will scout. Okay. Interesting. So that gives us a little bit more information about the other rooms. He's still paranoid. That's really bad. She's now even more stressed. Everything just goes to shit magnificently in this game. Oh crap, I didn't reorganize my Plague Doctor. Oh no. This is not good. That Rain of Whips... That was so close to killing 2 of my party. That's not even funny. Okay, so I'm going to use Stunning Blow here, though there is a 50% chance of the resist. But I really need some luck here. Perfect, it's a stun. No, not Blanket Fire. No one's been killed by it. That's ridiculous. Okay, so he's dead. Remember our virtuous guy that I was really happy about? No, he's not a thing anymore. Huh. Is there anything I can do here to win? I don't think there is. So I can open Vein, I can... there's nothing good. There is not a good thing that I can do. I mean, I might as well just Grape Shot. Oh no, she's died. My plan was to use her heal next turn. Oh man. I think I'll pop over to my actual game that I care about after this crappy little match. And I'll show you what it's actually like on a bunch of characters that have been played, I think, with the benefit of not commentating on YouTube, because as it turns out, YouTubing and playing games at the same time, you're probably going to do shit. So, our brave Crusader has had his resolve tested. He's courageous, but it's all for naught. He is absolutely boned. Yay, 4 damage. Absolutely thrilling. Next round, and that blanket fire probably... Oh no, we'll finish him off. Alright. Slice and dice will? No, it's just put him in death's door. Well, to be fair to the guy, he is pretty damn sturdy, though that bleed's probably going to finish him off. There we go, 5 damage. Oh, wow. And he's gone. Lol. So that was not a very successful mission. We got absolutely nothing, and everyone's dead. Fantastic. Now, it's not really game over. I mean, I'm now at an extremely bad position, but if I go to my thing, you can see there are a bunch of new heroes here that I could get killed, most likely. So if I have a look at the graveyard, you can see there's, you know, stuff about everyone and how they died. But that's fine. Let's go back to the main menu, and I'll show you what things are like on the actual sort of game or campaign that I've been playing. And things have been going quite a bit better. I haven't actually lost anyone, and I went through a whole bunch of dungeons. Now, it's also time to just explain what all these various buildings are like. So, first of all, there's the guild. You can drag a hero here. You can spend resources to upgrade their various abilities or teach them new ones. That's kind of nice. You can also go to the blacksmith, and if I just drag him over there, you can, well, first of all, you need to upgrade the blacksmith to make it better using all those resources that I talked about earlier. But you can get better weapons and better things like that. As far as I can tell, it's just more like base damage and various things like that. Now there's, of course, these buildings. So if I click in the Abbey, you can see I've put this guy in here because he was really stressed out. Basically, loads of people died. He turned into an abusive asshole. And he kept on... It was bizarre, actually. As I moved through, he kept on saying that, you know, you're a bunch of faithless, blah, blah, blah. I hate you. I'm the only person with the right to kill. You know, being a bit of a pompous arse because he's all into his crusadering. But he was actually being such a dick that it was stressing out the rest of the party, and everyone nearly died in that run. So you can see there, he's abusive, and he's super stressed, which is why I've sent him in here to pray, because he is a crusader, and that's, I guess, what crusaders do, maybe? I don't know. So he's having fun in the chapel, or cloister, or whatever the balls it's called. Now this guy actually does have one little trait here where, yeah, he's God-fearing. In town, the only way he can relieve stress is to pray, so he won't drink, or go to the brothel, or go to the sanitarium. I'm trying to think of all the things there are. If I go to the tavern, though, say if I wanted to reduce her stress. Oh, the caretaker, who's that guy, is currently in the brothel, but I could send her to the gambling hall, or I could send her to the bar, and essentially these get more and more expensive as you go on. And I'm pretty sure that that sort of depends on, you know, how much stress they relieve. If I look at my highwayman, I can't put him in the gambling hall because apparently he's a known cheat, so he's not allowed to gamble. Fun stuff. And that's really essentially what's there for the game. I mean, these upgrades do make everyone more powerful and all that, but for all intents and purposes, to be honest with you, that's kind of the main gameplay shown. If I click Embark, there's a whole bunch of new places that I can go to. I think, yeah, these two... I don't know if this means they'll be added later, as in an update, because this game is in early access, or just as I level up my heroes. Maybe, you know what, screw it, let's just do a little short mission. Alright. So, these two are short. So let's do that. Yeah, let's go with that. Now, she's pretty stressed, but she can actually cope in the front slot. Though she's not really best there. She is sort of best there. Do I have anyone, actually, who's good? Yes, this guy. Tully's, well, he's not best in front, but he'll do. He's a melee guy, he's pretty tanky, so good to have. We'll put our highwayman back there, and then, who will go at the very, very back? Because I really like this character. She's a grave robber, really badass, I like her abilities, but I don't have anyone that actually suits the back perfectly, so I think I'll just put this guy there, and actually, we'll put the highwayman back, and we'll use this character instead, so I can show you what that's like. Now for this mission I need to complete 100% of the room battles, which shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's just buy loads of food and not run out like we did last time. That was really stupid of me. Buy a shovel, anti-venom, 2 bandages, more anti-venom, and what? 10 torches. That should be enough. I'll buy another 2 just to be sure. You do lose all those provisions when the mission's complete, so if you buy way too much, it's not completely efficient, but if things go badly, I'd rather be sort of safe. Alright, this is a pretty good layout, actually. We can just sort of go from room to room and not have to backtrack. So let's get on our merry way. Oh, fantastic. Already she's getting stressed. Oh, and a trap. I should have seen that trap. Maybe it's just a random trap, because sometimes there are traps that just pop up and you can click a button to, what's the word? Disarm them, yes. Right, so they jangled up our party's positioning a little bit. That's not good. That vomited on our Vestal Seeker, which is really not good. And this guy's pretty cool. He's got a heal, which will make the target bleed, but it does heal for 0 to 10, which is pretty cool. Gonna use Abyssal Artillery, though, because this thing just brings down the fucking tentacles of Cthulhu to whack everyone, and that's great. Loads of damage. Oh, so he's put a bleed in my guy. Not good. And they're trying to stress him out. I need to watch out for things like Stressful Incantation, though. Really do, because they are not very good in my position where 3 of my characters are pretty stressed. I think I was calling them heroes earlier. I don't think I should. They are not very heroic. Oh, wow. A crit of 11, which of course stresses everyone out. So I'm just going to, yeah, grab the Bounty Hunter. I could use Come Hither. How much damage does that do? 1 to 3. Ah, the chances of Come Hither killing that guy at the back are pretty low, but if I bring him in, yeah, okay, I think I've got a plan. Oh, never mind. Did 3 damage. That's absolutely perfect. So her abilities are pretty cool. She's got Pick to the face, which is just whack with a pick. Flashing Daggers, which does AoE to the 2 middle targets. Thrown Dagger, which is what you'd expect, and then Toxin Trickery, which is a buff that like cures Blight and Bleed, which actually I think I might use because I don't want her bleeding to death. Great. And also buffs her, which is great. He's still bleeding, though. Not good. Okay. I think I'm just going to start whacking everything, so we'll just use Collect Bounty, which is pretty hefty. Ah. Butcher Cut. That sounds meaty. Just the overall aesthetic, like the ability names, the soundtrack, the narrator guy, it all just comes together perfectly, in my opinion. Right, so we'll use her party-wide heal. Actually, that was probably not very efficient. That might have been silly. Yeah, I'm going to say that was silly. Anyway, Pick in the face, and that thing's dead. We've got this bizarre boar dude. Not really too keen about him. We're going to use Wield Reconstruction, which... Oh, that's perfect. She actually resisted the bleed component, but she still healed for 8. Nice. Ah, right. Swine, Choppers, and Wretches. I suppose we'll just get rid of the Wretch so that the sort of DPS is eliminated, if you know what I mean. Weakening Curse. Alright, that sounds like something that's pertinent to what I want. Pick in the face. Yeah, we'll just start beating this guy up. The battle is, I think, quite firmly won. Use Illumination as well, which is handy because we get some light. Ball and Chain, what does that do? Does it move her? Oh, whatever it does, she resisted it, so that's nice. Just use Collect Bounty again, and he's dead. One thing that I would praise this game on, actually, is that it's turn-based combat, which I think for a lot of people sometimes feels really slow, but this does feel like really punchy and fast, which is great. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike. Lightstone, so I can actually equip this on a character. Interesting. 10% chance to blight skills. Minus 8 max HP. Nope, I do not want that. Alright, let's select the destination. We are going to go over here. Alright, off on our merry journey. Oh, some maggots. They won't be... Some very surprising bloody maggots. What? That absolutely wrecked our party. Come on, guys. Bunch of wusses. Well... I mean, they're maggots. You can just whack them. They're very weak. It's fine. Though she's in a terrible position. She can't do anything other than heal. Which is fine. I mean, I'll take free heals. These guys are obviously, like, they're very weak. Sacrificial Stab. Yeah. Whoa, 18 damage. Alright, dude, you're pretty cool. And then finally we'll just whack this one in the face. Lovely. Excellent. Also, a great thing is the way that it transitions from you being in battle to you moving is completely seamless. Which, I just think that's really nice, actually. Mainly because well, it's just sort of, you know, you've got no loading screen to break the immersion. Often in, say, loads of JRPGs, where you're running around the overworld and then an encounter pops, and it sort of takes you through a loading screen into combat. That breaks the immersion for me, whereas this all just feels like one continuous stream of playing, which is really good. Oh, more lovely swine. Wow, look at that slasher. The art in those is just so cool. Oh, I love that. Right. We need a plan. I think just kill the slasher. Kill the weak stuff first, then just gang up and, you know, murder the big evil dude. Nothing really ideal to use here. I'll just use the little Cthulhu tentacles. They'll be fine. Now, in terms of things she can do, because she's now in the second position, which is her optimal fighting position, she's got loads more things that she can do. Such as whacking things with her mace. How much damage does that do? 5 to 11, not enough. Divine Comfort, which is a party heal. I might just use Illumination, because that will... nearly killed it. But it brings our light up full, which is kind of nice. And then, I can use her flashing daggers to kill it. Perfect. Alright, this run's going so much better than that absolute fucking disaster I had in the main playthrough. Of this video, anyway. Right, I'll just kill that wretch. Great. Is he gonna do anything? Nope, okay. Pick in the face. Fantastic. Illumination, Hand of... What? I think just Mace Bash. Yeah, it's just about getting the raw damage out at this stage. Oh, and a dodge. Excellent. Now, this guy's actually completely useless back here. I mean, he can do this Weakening Curse, which is nice, but... Like, when he's at the very back, and there's no enemies, like, filling out the... You know, the back 3 slots of the enemy party, then he can't actually do that much. But I think he's worth it just because he's got those crazy tentacles. Alright. Oh wow, we just completed the quest. So, you can see that quest was actually to complete all of the room battles. I've only went into a few rooms, but there's no battles in these rooms, so I've completed the quest, which is nice. We'll use this Bone Altar. Oh, infuses me with great power. Lovely. Well, I'll click on this and complete the quest. Alright, 3,000 gold, plus all the stuff we collected, plus some stuff to upgrade our town. Brilliant. Now, there is one mechanic that you won't have seen in this video, just because I want to keep the time under, you know, something ridiculous. You can go on, essentially, really... Okay, now that the guy in the background is shut up, you can go on longer missions, which actually involve you camping, and when you're camping, your followers can do various things. So if I click on this guy, you can see he's got camping skills, such as Encourage, which reduces somebody's stress, Stand Tall, which reduces his own stress, and Zealous Speech, which will heal all companions by 10% and reduce stress. So while you make camp, you can do various different things, which is kind of nice. But really, I think that's it for what I want to show of this game. I'm very interested to see how it goes as they develop it more, and, you know, it's very rare that I would recommend picking up a game in early access, because, well, you know, early access has got its problems. But this game is really promising and just damn exciting. It's an absolute surprise. Didn't think something this good would be coming along so quickly in the new year. But anyway, that is it for me. If you played this game, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you plan on playing this game again, let me know. I totally recommend it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.